Let's talk a little bit about student loans this week, talking about making available some income-based repayments, some pay-as-you-earn plans for people who are really struggling with big student loans and low salaries. Hopefully opening this up to about 5 million more borrowers. Do you know how much it's going to cost? Do you know how many people are going to sign on?
We don't begin to know yet. This is going back, Christine. We've done stuff more recently to help our current and future borrowers. This goes back to borrowers who took out loans prior to 2007. Right. And I'd rather have those people, buying homes, buying cars, starting businesses, becoming entrepreneurs. So if we can relieve some of that debt burden, as the president has asked us to do, cap loan repayments at 10% of income, we think that's the right thing to do. And we're going to work on regulations over the next few months to try and get to that point.
I will tell you, there were some grumbling middle-class families this week. I was doing this story on the air. There were grumbling middle-class families saying, wait a minute, we're driving a beater of a car and we're not going on vacation and we're saving money like crazy. Somebody who borrows too much, they're going to get loan relieved after 10 years. Is that fair?
Well, again, we just want to relieve some of the onerous nature of that huge amount of debt, and rather than just paying that debt back, if those people are starting jobs, starting businesses, buying homes, buying cars, that's good for the economy. So we think this is absolutely the right thing to do. And Christine, this is part of a larger national conversation. The amount of debt out there is over $1 trillion. It's huge. Yeah. The president, the vice president, myself, everywhere we travel, the amount of angst this is causing, the stress this is causing on young people, their families, their parents is huge. As a nation, going to college is the most important thing folks can do to enter the middle class. Going to college has never been more important, but sadly it's never been more expensive. And we have to address the massive cost of going to college. Yeah. It can't just be for rich folks. This has to be the path to the middle class.
So how do we keep the tuition down? When you look at tuition up 544% since 1985, we're talking about the back end, the symptom, paying for it. We're not talking about telling universities, hey, how can you possibly have tuition inflation like that?
Well, I think there are 4 legs of this stool. So first, we want to continue to invest at the federal level and be held accountable. We're so proud that we increased Pell Grants $40 billion without going back to taxpayers for a nickel, dramatically increased access. States have to continue to invest in higher education. When states disinvest, universities jack up tuition. So we have to challenge states to be part of the answer. To your point, universities have to do a better job of containing their costs, using technology, and also focusing not just on access, but on completion. The goal is not to go to college, it's to graduate. And then finally, we need to give much better information to young people and their families. What's a good place in terms of major? What's a good place in terms of cost and value? And it's been so hard. I talk to young people all the time. What's a grant? What's a loan? What's the 1-year cost versus the 4-year cost? What are my prospects for getting a job at the back end? Basic information has been far too hard. We've done a lot to try and increase transparency, financial aid, shopping sheets, and other things. But we have 7,000 institutions of higher education. With better information, I think young people will vote with their feet, and good actors will get rewarded, and bad actors will pay a price, and that's okay.